And Brother Williams is, you've really schooled me a lot and taken me under your wing. And like you say, what's for you is for you. And that was really a painful pill to swallow when I was sitting at the whip this week and a young man walked in and he told me his grandmother unfortunately had transitioned and she had gone to a friendly competitor and it just brings me back to what's for you is for you, but at the same time, I just really felt like we should have gotten that opportunity, but kind of elaborate on, your service. I know you faithfully attend 2 or 3 services in addition to your radio program on Sundays, and just kind of how you reflected on your life, your experiences, and how your week went, and what that meant to you for your message today.
Stacy, what happened is when I talked to the young man, I felt your pain. I felt the same thing when I listened to him because I love serving families and I love being there in the need for families.
It's no better feeling.
It
really is.
It just gives me great gratification to put a smile on somebody's face
at that worst time,
at that worst point in time of their lives, and they really just put you up at a pedestal where they say, man, I passionately thank you.
Right. From the bottom of my heart.
And you really feel that heart to heart.
It pours out. You really can't help it.
And so when the young man talked to me, and it happened days before, and I found out that one of the competitors was going to be doing the service.
Right.
I wish I had the opportunity, but what I did encourage the young man is that it should be a great service.
Yeah.
He's a great guy and that type of thing, And so, but when you're going through that time and that type of time happens, I thank the Lord for the young man that we were talking to him about pre-life.
Right, because we do feel
and so we do insurance over here.
Which no one and that was did he have insurance, but that's another story.
No one asked him that.
Yeah.
And so what happened for us, he has 3 kids.
Yeah.
And his wife, and they need insurance.
Yeah.
And so we're to provide
so
that.
We're going to be there for
and so we're going to be there for him and the rest of his family members, during that time. What happens is that you might not get it on the front end,
right?
But what's meant for you is for you, and you get the back end. And so a lot of times our young people be on that. They want it right now.
Right. Instant gratification.
You want it right now. We don't want to put no work in.
But we like deferred gratification.
Yeah, right? Because you should be able to wait on the Lord to bring it to you.
You can't rush the Lord, can you?
Wait on it, and then you prepare. When a squirrel get fall, then a squirrel start grabbing up nuts for the winter.
Right.
He start preparing himself for the winter.
Right.
But a lot of times we just want to let the winter come on, and then we scramble.
Right.
Then we beg.
Tent city.
We asked in the church, and when I went back to earlier, when the guy was talking about insurance on the funeral yesterday, he talked about being prepared and how the church can't provide funeral insurance for everybody.
Churches do their best though.
But they do their best. They reach out.
They have bills too.
When I look over my life, my life personally, from a guy that came really for nothing, from hard working.
What'd you say? $1 in the navel? $1 bill in the navel?
My mom always said, y'all, you got is a dollar bill in your navel. That means you and yours, and you and what you got.
You got to swing.
And watching my mom raise 8 kids, and watching my dad raise like 12 kids, and so watching those 2 people do hard work and put hard work in with limited education.
Sure.
With limited education.
But love.
But making it happen. Because they were willing to put that work in. So many times we're afraid to put work in nowadays. But me growing up like that, me and my brothers and sisters, a lot of us are hard workers now. And despite
22 in your family. Right?
Yeah, 22 brothers and sisters,
It's like 2 baseball teams.
It was what it was, and so with my mom and my dad, and so just a great family, just a hard-working people, and I've always noticed the hard work.
Be straight.
You take the good stuff out of things.
Sure.
You don't just absorb to the negative stuff out of things. You take the good stuff out of what can be an asset for you. And so what was an asset was I seen the hard work of my dad and being a provider.
Yeah.
You know, so many times
he was one of the trades, right?
What my dad did, him and my Uncle Curtis, my Uncle Lil Buddy, they had a hauling business.
Yeah.
They came down from down south and they had a hauling business. Yeah. And you see a lot of guys scrapping and having a hauling business now.
You call that a street degree.
And you know, and they did that. And he worked for he worked for a donut company for years. And so he would bring donuts for everybody.
Right.
We would all have donuts. But in saying that, you know, even for me personally, with my life, you know, I'm not mad at my life. I thank the Lord for my life. I thank the Lord for the good and the bad.
Would you say if God didn't do anything else, he did enough?
Yeah, if God didn't do it, you know, I went to Pastor Lakevi Johnson.
Don't get mad at him. Pastor Johnson.
Pastor Johnson, no, man. And it just so ironic this morning when I got ready to walk into his service, him and